Anchored by the performance and reliability of the Civic and Accord, Honda has once again been named the best car brand for the 4th year running by U.S. News and World Report. Come see the lineup of award-winning Hondas at Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer, Team Honda on Seagate Lane.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining us for 9 News Now. I'm Tisha Powell. We start in Toronto, where 8 people were injured after a plane flipped while it was trying to land at the airport. All of the passengers and crews were accounted for. Details about the crash are still scarce, but video shows the plane upside down on this snowy runway. Airport officials say the flight was coming from Minneapolis. The East Baton Rouge mayor's office is trying to get your support to close the Washington Street exit on I-10. According to the mayor's office, they are planning on submitting plans after a public comment period that ends on February 23rd. Mayor Sid Edwards introduced this plan during his campaign, saying it would help reduce traffic on the Mississippi River Bridge. State Representative Dixon McMakin is working with the mayor to get these plans through. McMakin says he is aiming to have the exit closed by Christmas. Just ahead, a check of your evening forecast. Stay with us. All right, let's take a look at that blue sky through our Sky 9 camera. A lovely way to start the week, but a little cool. Let's get to Jeff Morrow with a look at the forecast. Jeff?
Yeah, that cold front that worked through over the weekend, delivering some cooler temperatures for us. We've got clear skies as well, but we've got some clouds off towards our west, East Texas. They're moving towards our area. We'll be arriving as we go deeper into the night tonight. It's actually going to slow the fall in temperature, so tomorrow morning not going to be as cold as it was for this morning. Temperatures, though, haven't really climbed all that much. We've topped out in the 50s in most locations, Gonzales being the warm spot at 63, Slidell also getting into the 60s, but Baton Rouge staying in the upper 50s so far this afternoon. We're sitting at 58 degrees currently in the capital city. We'll be 58 next hour, then dropping down to the 50s and then slowing the fall in the 40s as we see that increase in cloud cover tonight. Now, those clouds not going to produce any rainfall, so if you have evening plans, you should be just fine. But we are tracking some rain in our future, so let's give you a first alert to what we're tracking next, and it could have a little bit of some action tied to it. It's a low-end threat for flash flooding, a low-end threat for severe weather. Marginal risk in both instances, and we're looking late Tuesday night, kind of 9 p.m.-ish till about 5 a.m.-ish on Wednesday morning. So it's an overnight threat once again. So as you head to bed Tuesday night, have that way of being alerted. Also, maybe park the car under cover. That's because what could be our biggest threat is maybe hail, but also localized nuisance type flooding. Now, the good news is with nuisance type flooding, we're generally talking about roadway flooding. That's going to be while all of us are going to be sleeping, so a few of us will be on the roadways when that could become an issue with it being an overnight threat. Damaging wind and isolated tornado can't be completely ruled out right now, but a little bit lower in terms of the threat scale. Here's a look at the timing. We start you out with Futurecast Tuesday afternoon, a little bit before 3 o'clock. You can still see things are pretty quiet here across southeast Louisiana, but as we go into the evening hours, here we are at 7, and then going quickly to about 10, we start to see an increase in shower and thunderstorm action. So scattered action here as we work our way into the evening hours and then overnight. Pre-dawn on Wednesday morning, this is paused at 2 o'clock. You can see a big cluster of showers and thunderstorms. Deepest, heaviest, strongest action here is going to be right along the coast. So that's where we would have any damaging wind or maybe an isolated tornado threat, but embedded within that could be some pockets of heavy rainfall, leading to 1 to 2 inches of rain, maybe even 2+ inch rainfall bullseyes in some locations, leading to that possibility of nuisance flooding. But by the time we get towards daybreak on Wednesday, Tisha, things beginning to clear out and dry out.
All right, Jeff, thank you. Well, with a decisive victory over the weekend, Larry Selders is now District 14's new state senator. Selders won 62% of the vote. We caught up with him over the weekend, and he says he plans to hit the ground running ahead of the April legislative session. Selders says his time in the House has prepared him to work across party lines to focus on mental health issues and early childhood education. And Selters is taking the seat of now Congressman Cleo Fields. Fields is in town tonight for the first of 4 town hall meetings. Tonight's meeting begins at 6:30 at McKinley High School Alumni Center. That's over on Thomas H. Delpit Drive. Well, thank you for joining us for 9 News Now. Join us again in 25 minutes for 9 News at 4 on WAFB.
From the sportiness of the Mazda MX-5 to the engaging ride of the Mazda CX-5 to the luxury of the Mazda CX-90. Move and be moved in your new Mazda while saving thousands at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda on Airline.